Hey guys, I hope you're all doing very well out there. I'm coming at you and asking you for some help for a friend of mine who has come into some dire straits financially. Last night I took him out to Winco to go help him get some groceries, and after just a 2 hour panic conversation, I couldn't think of anything better to do or any more I can do. I actually bought the groceries for him, and this guy is somebody that should not be in the place that he is at. And I am going to read to you what I wrote on the GoFundMe as part of the story is concerned, but I'm trying to get support for him so that he can just make a clean shift in his life. Because this is somebody who is, somebody from my past, somebody from that I've known for about 15, 16 years, really, really nice guy, the giver, nice guy kind of personality who just ended up getting completely fucked over by a family member. And we're not asking for, $50,000 or anything like that, but I am asking to, see if I can tap into my connections and use whatever power influence I have to help him simply get into a better space to, reset and recover in his own life. So in order to hear his story, I've just decided to write everything down here on the page, but I'll read it off to you in this video as well so you know what's going on. And if you feel so compelled to help or to donate, you can follow the link in the down bar below, and that way we can make sure that he is set. But here's the story. So, hey guys, it's Nico, Son of Selene, coming to you and hoping to raise a light in the dark for a friend of mine who is at risk of catastrophe. He and I lost touch over the years, but but in the past, this man has been my rock and has always been there with his connections to help me, and now I want to use my connections to help him back. Over the years, he's been dealing with accumulating expenses due to the coverage of care for and the exploitation from a family member of his that has now put him in a position of dire need. This is also coming right after paying for a big medical expense out of pocket last month in early April for himself. In short, it made him go broke, and while that's not a reason to necessarily start a GoFundMe, it's how he ended up where he's at. He is now in a lawsuit with said family member over a recent discovery of theft when his financial information was hacked by that family member, and is now, trying to get that money back. But also at the same time, that family member has basically abandoned him with a huge lease, even though he actually was trying to keep him together. The economic downturn, coupled with his ongoing battle to get his money back, is killing him. And to make matters worse, his work hours have been getting cut. We are now halfway through the month of May, and he is stuck in his lease, facing potential eviction, and if he can't make enough money for June, or to pay off his back due portion for the rent of May, and he still has a car payment and utility bills coming up here in May. Times are tough right now for everybody, and I'm not asking for donations in the hopes of wiping his slate clean. After a 2 hour panic conversation tonight as I took him out to Winco to buy groceries, I found out he is overdrawn in his bank account and his car payment is coming up on the 25th. Rent on the 1st and other bills coming due, and again, he's got that back due rent from the beginning of May. The bigger picture of this mess is not going to be sorted out in time. He's not going to be getting his money back fast enough. And I'm asking you to please donate what you can to this fundraiser to help him so that he does not have to lose more sleep to nightmares of eviction, repossession, destroyed credit, and repeated loss. This man has been nothing if not a source of unwavering support and attention to so many people, myself included, in the past. He doesn't get it back from us enough. And if he's evicted, he will have nowhere to go. He doesn't have any other relatives in the state of Washington. If he can make it through the month, he has a chance to get back on track, or at least pay to break his lease and reset properly. After our talk, ballpark figure, he needs roughly $2,500 to $3,000 to cover this month's remaining expenses, the rent he's behind on, his car payment, next month's rent, and or, just break his lease and move on to a cheaper place to stay where he can recover from this nightmare. Just something to help him get a little cushion so he goes through this rough period with a bit more ease. This man was my rock, and without him, my 20s would have been impossible, and I wouldn't be the man I am today. So please help me help him. So if you want to help me out with this, please follow the link down below, and we can get the donations going. And we're not asking for to buy him a house. We're just asking to help get him enough to be able to have a smooth transition out of where he is. So thank you, everybody, for listening. And again, if you could donate, I would really appreciate that a lot. This is somebody who, like I said, has given a lot of support, attention, socially, emotionally, financially, and never really ever sees an equivalent return on what he gives out to the world. And it's not fair that people like him get turned into basically taps and wells for people who do not have the capacity to give back and never will. And so let's show him that nice guys don't finish last.